Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we're going to take a look at, my top 5 essential apps for making music and sharing on the iPad. Okay, so given the nature of what I do, I use these apps pretty much every single day. Okay, and I mean, there are other ways to do this, but I couldn't find an easier way. And these 5 apps, for me, personally are essential in what I do. So I mean, it's a lot of this kind of thing is subjective, so there will be other ways to do this, other people will have. So this isn't a thing saying you forgot to mention this app or you forgot to mention that app. These are my personal favorites. Top 5. First of all, for me, Cubasis, because you need an environment where you can bring everything that you do together. Okay, and for me, Cubasis does this perfectly. It has its own MIDI tracks here. I mean, its own MIDI loops, its own instruments. You can use audio units. You can use inter-app audio. Projects easy to manage. Once you finish the project, it's easy to mix down. It's super easy to share stuff. And for me, it has loads and loads of its own effects. You can time stretch audio. You can automate. You can't automate AU, V3s in audio in Cubasis yet, but that will come. So there is no perfect thing, but some people may prefer Aria, GarageBand. There are lots of DAWs. DAWs are an absolute personal preference, but you must find one and stick to it. A lot of people are now getting into BM3, which is cool, but for me, the workflow thing is important because I have to work fast, and Cubasis does that for me. So Cubasis is an absolute essential app for me. Okay, moving swiftly along. Audiobus 3 again. I can't function without Audiobus because it allows me to choose a synth or anything here. For instance, let's say a ripple maker, and then I can choose another lane and put, say, a phase maker, and then I could choose like an audio unit, or just let's say an app. They were audio units, so we can always just choose an ordinary app. So say for instance we wanted to use Encol, and we just tap that to launch, and it launches it by there, and then I can add effects, audio units, or my apps, and then I can route it out to my DAW or anything else it will receive and record audio in. But the other cool thing is, we just quickly clear that session. Excuse me, I'm suffering with a terrible cough. I am tell you, it's me health. Right, you can save and recall all your sessions that you do. So for instance, it will recall these sessions just like that. Symbols and super quick. Look at that. So I've got Audiobus there. All these things routed into separate channels in Audiobus with effects used here. Audio damage effects they are, but so that's very, very cool. So yeah, Audiobus 3, absolutely, or Audiobus 2, depending on what you're using. Is entirely up to you, but for me, Audiobus 3 is very, very cool, and especially for demoing what I do. Okay, so that be done. Moving along, my next one would be, I would say, AUM audio units, mixer, and inter-app audio. I can't tell you how amazingly good this is. For instance, take let's see, where is it here? The Amazing Funk Drummer from Louis Martinez and Lum Beats. Okay, so it's a link-enabled drum machine, etc. Sorry, I just need to close that. Wait, go back to AUM. So take for instance that, and it's an inter-app audio. It's not an audio unit, so you just find it there, wherever it is. That's inter-app. Let's see, it is Funk Drummer, and you can install Funk Drummer there. Then you can add, say, an inter-app audio effect. I don't know, anything you like. You could add, say, a lo-fi on a duplicate, Okay, and then if you wanted to, you can add another effect, and that effect could be an audio unit extension again. So you could add a grind, and then you could do it again, and then you can route them to different places, and then you can go on and on and on, adding stuff and doing it like that. Incredible for live. But another cool thing as well, if you take, for instance, these audio units inside AUM, you can just quite happily move them around. So if you have an audio unit as, say, a instrument, like let's say phosphor, okay, you can move that around as well. So you kind of like can move your windows around while you're making adjustments. AUM for me, another essential. Use it all the time, especially for what I do, you know, with the demoing of apps and stuff like that. It's all very, very, very cool. Also, good tip as well with Audiobus and AUM is use the clear function, because it then lets you, you know, clear your work and not have any cluttered MIDI space going on. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, getting on now. Another absolutely essential app for me is Dropbox. Dropbox allows me to share my work, get work from other people. This is exactly how me and Colin or anybody else that I work with transfers files for each other. It also gives me, I mean, this is a $7.99. This is the pro version, $7.99 a month. Gives me 1 terabyte of storage. I couldn't do without that. You know, it stores all the files we're working on, all the photos and stuff for all the videos. Like I'm recording this video on Joe's iPad above, which is an iPad 4. So I'll transfer that via Dropbox till it ends up on this or the desktop. Okay, so I mean, again, Dropbox for me, but again, there are other file sharing options. You know, you don't need to use Dropbox. You could use like iCloud or one of the others, you know, but for me, Dropbox just works really great. And it seems because most of the other people that I share files with and use Dropbox as well. So that's very, very, very cool. So Dropbox for me, essential. I use it absolutely every day. All these apps pretty much I use every day. I mean, one day it may be Audiobus for something, or next day it might be AUM. But the thing is, those two apps together are just incredible. And last but not least, and these are in no particular order, by the way, they wouldn't be, would they? But last but not least would be Audioshare. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, Audioshare is absolutely, absolutely essential to what I do. And I believe it's essential for any musician who wants to make music on their iPad. If you haven't already got Audioshare, get it. Because it allows you to share your audio documents and all sorts of stuff everywhere. You can import zip files, you can unzip zip files. You can't read them, but you can then share them. So if you've got a preset bank from somebody and it's zipped up, you can import it into Audioshare, and then, you know, you can get it into the app dead easily. Let's see, like you could have this one, say for instance, whatever it is there, and then you can just share this wherever you like, or import this file into any of the apps that you have got that support Audioshare. And let's be fair, they nearly all do. So Audioshare is incredible. You can store, like, say for instance, this jazz drum kit, you can just store it in a folder, but then you could share the whole folder somewhere else, or you can move it around. You can, it's just, Audioshare is just amazing. You can also record with Audioshare. So it's amazing for sampling stuff with. So if you're out there with your phone, just record it into Audioshare. And it also allows you to add effects. So, you know, it's very, very, very cool. I can't say enough good things about Audioshare. And I think most people would agree that use it, that they couldn't live without it. For me, Audioshare is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So a quick recap there. My personal favourite DAW, or an audio workstation, which is essential for everybody. You need a workstation. You need somewhere to bring all this stuff together. And you could do absolutely everything just inside Cubasis. It has its own synthesizers. It has its own sampler. It has its own instruments. You can export. You can import all directly from in the app. And then the other one is Audiobus, because that allows me to connect all sorts of stuff together, set up all sorts of interesting and useful things, and amazing for demonstrating effects and stuff like this. Same with AUM, similar type of thing. Gives me loads of control. I can move AUV3s around the screen if I'm demoing them or anything like that. And then, yes, where did we get to? So, Audiobus, Cubasis, AUM, Audioshare, and Dropbox. My absolutely most 5 essential and most used apps every day. I use, a combination of those every single day. Okay, guys, I'm going to do another couple of videos this week. I might do like my, not so much essentials, but my favorite drum machines or my favorite synths that I use to just generally record stuff. But then again, all that type of stuff really is subjective. I think I might do my favorite like video photo apps kind of thing, stuff like that. But then again, they are my favorites. They're not essentials, but those 5 apps for me are absolutely essential. Really are. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Consider becoming a Patreon. Patreon is very cool. I'm always giving away free stuff over there and doing some crazy stuff. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.